is why economic policies are very, very important. So, by giving this brief introduction about economics, let us come to the definition of economics. Excuse me. Economics is the study of how people allocate scarce resources for production, distribution, and consumption, both individually and collectively. Economics can be applied individually also. For example, every month your parents will give you some money, 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, whatever. So you have to allocate the money properly for whole month. How much should I spend for PG, food, transport, etc. So individually also this definition holds good. Economics is study of how people allocate scarce resources. Scarce means not enough to fulfill my need. Or resources are scarce only, right? For example, if someone is living a happy life, let's say 1 lakh rupees salary is getting, he is having a car. So if you go and ask him, what man, you are having a good life, he will say, no, I have some problems. Everybody is having some problems. Resources are always scarce, remember. In economics, resources are always scarce. Even in USA, there are economic problems. Even in USA, there are health issues. There are employment issues. Right? If you say USA is developed economy, does that mean that everybody is happy? Everybody is living a well-balanced life, rich life? No. So, resources will always be scarce. In economic studies, we consider resources will always be scarce. How much ever you spend, you still need some more money. That is the tendency of human being. Right? So, it is how economics is a study of how people allocate scarce resources. For what? For production, for distribution, and for consumption. Okay, I have to produce something. It can be food grains, or it can be mining. It can be production of energy. Right? I produce it and I distribute. How should I distribute it? If you just produce something, if you stitch a cloth or something, it doesn't get you money, right? You have to distribute it. Whoever is in need, you have to go and distribute it. And consumption, what to consume, how much to consume, right? It is the study of how people allocate scarce resources for production, distribution, and consumption. Some of the things you have, you will consume, and some of it you will save for future time. Right? So consumption also involves economics, right? Both individually and collectively. So economics, the definition of economics applies at individual level as well as collectively. Collectively means it can be a family, it can be a state, it can be a country, it can be whole world. Right? That is how it. And the end goal of economics is what? I was telling you, end goal of economics was achieving or creating wealth. Wealth, well-being. Right? Remember these words. All these keywords are important even if you want to write a GS3 answer or if you want to write an essay. You will get essay about economic and social issues. Right? End goal of economics is what? Wealth, well-being, well-being in a inclusive and sustainable way. I have to create wealth and well-being in an inclusive and sustainable way. All these keywords are very important. Inclusivity, well-being, wealth. Okay. If you can note down these definitions, you can note down. Right? So you have to create wealth. Just not wealth, well-being also, right? Yesterday I gave an example. You have a lot of money, but there is no hospital. There is no good school. So you cannot live a happy life. So wealth, well-being in an inclusive way. Inclusive means, what is the meaning of inclusivity? Yesterday I was telling you, including all the section of society or a country, poor, illiterate, less skilled, physically challenged, old age people, women, children, minorities, everybody. All section of people should be included in the idea of growth or well-being, wealth and well-being, okay? And sustainable way. Sustainable means, what is sustainability? Yesterday I was telling you, long-term perspective, right? Fulfilling the need of present generation without compromising the need of future generation. Okay, that is called sustainability. Right? When you think of economic development, you should think in these lines. Utilizing the scarce resources and deciding about production, distribution and consumption so that the wealth is created and the well-being is achieved. In which way? In an inclusive and sustainable way. You're getting it? Right? So fundamental economic problem, I told you. Fundamental economic problem is resources are scarce and wants are unlimited. If Siddaramaiah tomorrow brings a press conference and asks, okay, for Gurulakshmi Yojana is giving you 2,000 rupees per month, all the women of Karnataka, are you happy with 2,000 or shall I increase it? So what will people say? Increase it. Make it 10,000, make it 1 lakh. So wants are unlimited. My wants are unlimited. But resources are scarce. So economic problem always involves utilizing the scarce resources to decide about production, distribution and consumption to achieve wealth and well-being in an inclusive and sustainable way. Understood? Got it? Yeah. So let's talk about some theory. Adam Smith, Scottish philosopher. He is considered to be the father of modern economics. Father of modern economics. So in 1776, in the 18th century, he writes a book, right? An inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nations. An inquiry into the nature and cause of wealth of nations. Right? In this book, he talks about how the nation's wealth is created. In what way?